Alrighty folks, well, we're going to talk about what I feel is probably one of the most valuable and most or least understood or appreciated tools in the dog world. This is my silent whistle. Not so silent, I mean it's not quiet. Well, it's quiet, but it ain't dead silent. These whistles, I started using them extensively in my guard dog business. One of the biggest problems you have in the guard dog business is you've got a really good dog and he's guarding a used car lot, and someone shows up with some bolt cutters and they're working on the chain, or maybe they're cutting the chain link, but they're doing something to bust the gate open, and your dog pulls up, hears the noise, rah, 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 goes after them, we hope. And the person goes, uh-oh, not a good thing to do, takes off at a run. Unfortunately, as I discovered, many times when they take off on that run, they left the chain cut, or they left a large hole in the fence, enough of a gap that they couldn't have gotten in at that point, but the dogs can get out. And of course, they're seeing this guy run away, and the last thing they want is for that rabbit to escape. So the next morning at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, we come to pick these dogs up and take them home to the kennel. No dog. Now that has two possibilities, and neither one of them are good. First, it's not that easy to find dogs that will go on to strange sites and attack anybody that comes along, whether it's a territory they feel comfortable in or a place they've never been at all. So it's difficult to find good, real guard dogs, and pricey. The second downside is, in some cases, like we had a lot of contracts right in the middle of downtown heart of El Paso, right? And you always have people, if you've had your dog more than 4 months, you've met this person, that will see a dog anywhere and swear to you, oh, dogs just love me, can I pet him, they all love me. And a lot of these folks even walk around with dog biscuits in their pocket and they'll hold one out, right? Now, the problem arises with these folks when they hold out the dog biscuit and the guard dog, being a guard dog, forgoes the treat for the finger, or sometimes even the hand. Now, at that point in time, there's a question. How good is this dog? And do I want to pay for the lawsuit that's going to ensue to go up and claim that he was actually mine? These are all decisions you have to make in the guard dog business, and I don't want to burden you with them. But I knew that I had to come up with some way to get my dogs to come back to me. And that's when the silent whistle. I worked with a lot of herding dog folks up in the Texas Panhandle, and they swore by these things. So we started using them. Believe it or not, according to the publicity and advertising, this whistle set like that in an open pasture can be heard for 2 miles away by a dog. So we started taking all our dogs, picking them up in the site in the morning, and with the sound of this whistle. And I went from losing 2 and 3 dogs a month to 0. We would, Rocco's shaking my cameraman over there. We could pull up to a site and see if a dog had escaped or gotten out, drive around within a 1-block area, blow this whistle every now and then, and I can honestly say 9 out of 10 times within 3 blocks of driving, we'd return to that site and that dog would be right in front of it. So this is a very valuable tool. I don't know why more military people don't use it. If you're walking point with your dog and all of a sudden you get a radio report of a sniper in a tree up there, if you're trying to smoke a local terrorist out of a warehouse after he's gunned some people down, and they want you to send your dog in to find the guy, which I'd never send my dog anywhere where after an armed suspect, but for whatever reason, and all of a sudden, as your dog's moving forward, you see that suspect and you don't want your dog killed, you can control your dog completely at a distance with this whistle. You can stop him, you can drop him into a down, you can call him back to you, you can get to him before the sniper does. And you can do this in a normal volume of noise that everyone would hear without the bad guy hearing it. So I don't know why this is not used more often, but let's look at a few of the little facts. Here's essentially how they work. We have a decibel level. Every ring on this barrel is a different sound. There's one, and mind you, I'm wearing a microphone right here, so you're going to hear this greatly amplified. There's the top one, or next to top. There's the top. Every ring has the potential to do 2 commands. That means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 12 different commands with this one whistle. And the next best part of it is this. This whistle does not get excited. When you tell your dog to come and then all of a sudden you're seeing it about to run across the street and you get really scared and you go, come! When you change the tone, for most dogs, you're actually changing the meaning of the command. That's one reason a lot of dogs don't come under stressful situations. The owner has changed their tone, raised their volume, and the word doesn't mean the same thing as it does when the dog hears it in a normal tone of voice. So these are the things that make this such a great tool. It's consistent, and the best part is this. Once you teach your dog to come to this whistle, the only time he hears this whistle is when there's something good, and he wants to do it, and it is unique in his environment. Unique. So no matter what else he's looking at, he's going to know this whistle sound, and he's going to respond. One of the best tools you can find. There's a bunch of cheapies and a bunch of imitators. You can post a question if you want to, and I'll give you the name of the better ones that I've found, the list of the top 3, and you can go from there. But be careful. Don't go cheap. This could save your dog's life. We'll show you some of the things you can do with this whistle, and then you can take it from there. All right, so we got Rocco at the 80-yard mark. Stan's going to come this way, and when he reaches the starting line, he's going to hold his hands in the air as a sign that he's blowing the whistle, and we may not be able to hear it, and then we'll see how Rocco does. So you can see not only how far he's having to run to do this demonstration, you can see the excellent control he has with Rocco. That's good. There's our whistle. What's our dog doing? Drops into a perfect sit. No questions asked. There's no stronger command a dog can learn than the sound of that whistle when you apply it correctly, like everything else, in its training format. Okay, so, you know, the top competitors, especially your French ring people, have all discovered the efficiency of a whistle. It's a nice, clear, loud tone that doesn't change its emotional quality or its volume. The whistle sounds the same every time. Keeping your commands clear for your dog make everything better. But what the advantage the silent whistle has is, with a regular whistle, you can teach your dog 2-3 behaviors, but a silent whistle can literally teach the dog all the behaviors you need to do protection training, to do bomb finding, sniffing, or to win your local obedience club. So we're going to go through just a couple of the little routines that Rocco and Stan have developed by using the whistle instead of any voice commands. There's your front disciplined recall. Dog comes and sits. Next he's going to ask him to down and stay. Just 2 little blasts on the whistle, so he changes the number of times he blows it. Now Stan's going to change the decibel level on his whistle. Call his dog to heel. And now they're off and a walking. Left turn. Now he's going to put his dog in the tuck. For all you parents who may have small children watching, this is the R-rated version with the dog, so you may want to turn your children's heads. But now he's back in the heel position, and all these things can be done with that whistle. Now he'll walk away, call his dog back to heel in motion. Whoops, he called him into a tuck. And you can see Rocco's right there, makes a little jog, puts him back in the heel position, and halt. Well, he can't hear me, so it don't matter. He thinks he's just dancing. There's some good old fiddle music playing there, and he was just dancing to it. So there's the versatility of this whistle. You can make a lot of commands with this one whistle. And if you want to learn more about it, really simple. Just hit the click button, like us, share, please share us, and please subscribe, and we'll keep you posted on all the most effective ways to use this whistle.